This is IGN. This franchise will self-destruct in 8 movies. This is your IGN review of Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning by Clint Gage. For nearly 30 years, the stunts and action sequences of Mission Impossible have been synonymous with big screen spectacle. And as expected, the franchise's newest entry finds Tom Cruise's alter ego Ethan Hunt risking life, limb, and the fates of millions. This time in pursuit of stopping the Entity, the evil AI introduced in 2023's Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. But the way I see it, the sequel, which stopped being Dead Reckoning Part 2 sometime in the last 2 years, might be trying a little too hard to top the IMF's greatest hits. My biggest takeaway from the 8th and very evidently not final film starring Cruise as Fate's chosen lucky boy is that it's extremely sober. The Final Reckoning veers into melodrama whenever there's story to be told. The cast, which is an assembling of familiar franchise faces and newcomer cameos, whisper-talk their way through soap opera levels of tension. Nearly every scrap of dialogue is invested in no less than the end of all life on the planet. Absurdly astronomical stakes are one of the biggest issues with the Final Reckoning. A good old-fashioned nuke or biological weapon. Those live in Mission Impossible's sweet spot. Life and death at a massive scale, while also real enough to be relatably scary. But all life on planet Earth is just too much to plausibly wrap your head around, particularly with how seriously everyone takes everything else compared to, say, Rogue Nation or Fallout. It's important to note, though, that there are some things the Final Reckoning very much did right. The action is predictably excellent, with the highlight being Ethan's infiltration of the Sevastopol, the MacGuffin of a submarine that sank at the start of Dead Reckoning. It's incredibly tense and intricate and claustrophobic and all the other nail-biting things you want from a thriller. More than that, there's clearly a huge chunk of the reported $400 million budget on screen, and Christopher McQuarrie is getting all the nautical miles he can out of it. The set is equal parts Avatar and the hallway fight from Inception. The fight choreography is also elevated from previous entries, as other countries send their most special forces after the same prize Ethan is after. The fights are a little more brutal and legitimately feel like the IMF could lose. At this point in the franchise, that's a difficult tightrope to walk, and McQuarrie and Cruise deserve a lot of credit for that. While its action is reliably thrilling and a few of its most exciting sequences are sure to hold up through the years, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning tries to deal with no less than the end of every living thing on the planet, and suffers because of it. The somber tone and melodramatic dialogue missed the mark of what's made this franchise so much fun for 30 years, but the door is left open for more impossible missions, in the hope that this self-serious reckoning isn't actually final. Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning's IGN score? 6 out of 10. Thanks for listening to IGN. My name is Tony Jackson, and for the latest updates on Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning, visit us at IGN.com.
Spoken Layer.